Hello, hello, and we are finally back with another live stream with the most intense intro ever. I apologize about that. Every time I start the intro, I forget how loud it is. Even on my end, I'm like, my God, why did I create that? Anyway, hello, welcome back, everyone. It's been a while. I apologize in advance if I'm a bit rusty. I've only taken a month off, I know, but you know, it's doing a couple of these a month, all of a sudden being out of the loop, nearly 2 months out doing one. Anyway, I'm really excited to do today's because I've got a really great guest on. It's someone who I've spoken to before. We've crossed paths a couple times at other streams. I think one of them was Playtendo Guy, Pete's stream, and I think we've crossed on another one or two somewhere along the line as well. And it is, of course, Andy from Forgotten World of Movies. There we are. Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, James. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. That, as we were saying backstage, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for inviting me on. Yeah, been looking forward to this all day. Yeah,
I'm a fan of the channel. Obviously, we've spoken a couple times,
yeah.
You've been on my radar to get on for a while. To be fair.
Yeah. Oh no, thanks very much. Yeah, no, glad to be here.
Yeah, no, I say, and anyone who's watching now and anyone who's watching like tomorrow or whenever in the future, you know, link in the description to Andy's channel as well.
Oh, thanks. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's a pleasure, mate. As I say, I always go. I always do enjoy. I've really been enjoying the videos you've been doing lately of obviously like your favorite films of each year.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah,
I had to watch the 77 one. I was like, oh, please put Star Wars #1.
It had to be.
Yeah,
there was no other option.
I was very nervous watching it. I was like, oh, it's gonna. I was waiting for it to like pop up at 2, and I was gonna go, damn, just missed out. But but no, I always have a great time watching those videos. And I think it was
Thank you.
I can't remember whether it was your room tour one where you were going through your DVDs, and weirdly you picked out Perfect World, the Clint Eastwood film. Like,
yes,
and I was watching it like the day after I watched the movie, and I was like, oh, that's
wow.
strange.
Yeah.
But
that's a coincidence. But yeah, that's a great film. Yeah.
It is actually, because I don't know. I bought that big. I didn't. My parents got it for me for Christmas last year. They bought me that big, huge Eastwood set, and slowly working my way through it. I think I'm like 3 films after Perfect World now. But yeah, because believe it or not, before I got that set, the only film I'd seen was American Sniper. He directed.
Oh yeah, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, I'd honestly not seen any other Eastwood film before last year. So,
there's some great ones in there.
Yeah, it's really, really great. I've been loving all of his films, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's been a couple naff ones in there, but I've really enjoyed the majority of them.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really, really. I think I'd say actually probably become my favorite actor. You know, he's really, really solid. But anyway, we got quite a few comments here. And again, I'm going to apologize. I don't know how many we're going to get tonight, because I know that my channel's sort of been very quiet the last month, so I don't know how many people we're going to get tonight. But if we don't get to all the comments, I apologize in advance. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, we had a few here very early. 3:47. This one come up from Sabian's the movie and game. Hello, good to see you back. Thank you. And of course, Sam as well. Hello, James and Andy. Hope you're doing well, chaps. And he's showing about the toffees at the weekend.
Oh yeah.
What was this?
This is the football team me and Sam support. We're both Evertonians, and yeah, it's not a great time. No, in a nutshell. Yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah.
Well, hey, I can relate with me F1, to be honest. You know, not a great time for my team either there. So, I'm off to see Goodfellas at the cinema today. Absolutely masterful piece of cinema. What's your favorite Scorsese film? Mine has to be Taxi Driver. Or do you want to go first on this one?
I mean, there's so many. If it's kind of always been a toss up between Goodfellas and Casino.
Mm-hmm.
But saying that as well, I love Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, that is that's phenomenal.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen Casino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I just haven't picked it up yet, and I don't think it's on any streaming service, so I just haven't got around that one. And Raging Bull haven't got around to yet.
Yeah, I recommend the 4K of Casino because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
I've nearly checked out there a couple times in my Amazon basket, actually. But for me, I think I'm gonna go Wolf of Wall Street just because of its rewatchability. But
yeah,
one which I really like, which I don't think gets talked about as much, is King of Comedy. I watched that for the first time, I think around January time, and I loved it. I thought that was amazing.
Yep, great film. Absolutely great film. You can see why that had sort of inspired the Joker a little bit.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
One of the main reasons I wanted to watch, I'm not like a massive, I know that the Joker movie has some of these, got some massive fans. I wouldn't say I'm one of those. I do like the movie, but I think that's what made me want to watch King of Comedy. But I think I actually ended up preferring it to Joker.
Yeah.
Which
I completely understand that.
Yeah. Both very good films, though. Both very good films.
Yes.
Got Jim here. Hello, mate.
Hey, Jim.
We've got Cameron here as well. James, do you remember during lockdown when you made a video when you took some films off your shelf to put away? Mine is like yours there in box in my room. Yeah, I think we can all agree on like space is an issue.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
And I'd like, you've done a great job with your walls. Like, you've got so many there. I've literally just got this corner.
See, mine, I've used 3 walls now, and everything's doubled up. So what you see, there's a whole another collection behind it.
Wow.
As well, but space is definitely an issue.
Yeah. So I'm like, I've always been a collector, so I've got like my records over there, and the Blu-rays are here. So I kind of have to split my collections about a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to have a room like that one day, just like surrounded faces.
Yeah.
Cameron says, I'm near the end of my Doctor Who marathon, currently on season 10 with Peter Capaldi. I'm enjoying it for the most part. Brenna, are you a Doctor Who person, Andy?
More so the new stuff. I mean, I got into it when it came back with Christopher Eccleston, and then the David Tennant era is the best the show has been, in my opinion. But
yeah, I agree.
I kind of have been in and out of it since Capaldi left.
Yeah,
because I know the show hasn't been its strongest of recent years, but I'm sure I'll go back and check out the stuff I've missed. At some point, but yeah, just that Tennant era was just that was the show at the height of its powers.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember as a kid just like rewatching the first 4 or 5 seasons on repeat. But I do like the Capaldi stuff, but yeah, the Jodie stuff. I watched it because it's just like one of those things like power through. We'll get through this. I watched it. Yeah, it wasn't very good, but I'm looking forward to what's coming. So with the 60th, and then I think Shooty's a good casting, and they got Russell T Davies back. So yeah, I'm excited for the future of Doctor Who. Finally.
Yeah, I think they needed Russell T Davies back. I think it was a necessity. Yeah.
As soon as I heard that, I feel a little bit bad for Jodie because unfortunately she just got stuck with one of the worst showrunners ever.
Yeah.
When I heard he was leaving, I was incredibly happy because he is one of the worst showrunners I've ever seen. And it's crazy because he done Broadchurch, didn't he? And I thought,
oh wow,
the first season of Broadchurch was pretty good. It was him that done Broadchurch, I think, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. I'm not all clued up on the writers side of it. But
I know he done like a couple really good shows before Doctor Who, but I just don't think he could hack that show.
Yeah.
Mate, even though you gave the new Mario movie a 7 out of 10, are you going to pick it up? I might get that when it gets cheaper. I won't get it on release. Oh wait, I think it's already out actually. So I haven't got it on release. Have you got that one, Andy?
Yeah, I've got it on 4K. It was a day one for me because I went to see it at the cinema. I just had a blast with it.
It was a really good movie, to be fair.
Yeah, it was a big surprise for me. I just don't know. Just it ticked a lot of boxes that I wanted from it, and I just really, really enjoyed it.
100%. I'm a big Mario fan. I've got like 6 or 7 Mario games on the Switch sitting over there. I think it's my favorite video game movie that I've seen. I think.
Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't mind picking up the Mario movie at some point, but I'll probably wait till it's a bit cheaper. I think.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
It was a big surprise. I wasn't sure. I remember when it got announced at the Nintendo Con. Have you ever seen that video where like the guys announcing the names? And
No.
Oh, it's so funny because all the people in the audience are huge Nintendo fans, and they're dropping the voice cast. And at the time, the people in the audience are like, "What?" Because they were such a rogue picks. But you know what? Fair play to them. They pulled it off. It was a good movie.
Yeah, definitely.
What is the worst film you've watched last month? Oh. I don't know. I watched a bad one today. I watched that most recent Resident Evil film today.
Oh, is it the raccoon set you one?
Yeah, that's it. It come onto Netflix, and I watched that, and I thought it was pretty awful, to be honest. I'm trying to think of what I watched last month that I didn't like, though. My brain doesn't go back that far, to be honest. Don't know. Do you have any that pop into mind?
Yeah, okay. There was one I watched. I've just got it here. I watched it a couple of weeks ago. It was a movie called The Associate with Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay.
From the I think it was from the must have been from the late 80s or the 90s. It was not very good.
No, because I haven't heard of that one.
it's straight. It has that cliched liar reveal type of movie where someone comes up with a lie and everyone believes it. And
yeah.
It's that. It has Whoopi Goldberg doing whiteface in it. It's not very good. It wouldn't fly today at all. But
but I'm not gonna lie. You haven't sold me on it. So
no.
Yeah. I can't think of one I watched last month, so I'll go with that Resident Evil film that I watched today. Thank God I watched that today, or else I might not have an answer. Andy, I've booked a ticket to see 89 Batman at Cineworld Newcastle on the 16th. Also, your thoughts on Adam West TV series plus the movie?
I love the Adam West show. It is what it is. It's perfect for the 60s. It's silly, it's over the top, it's all that goofy campness. And the movie's exactly the same. I grew up watching that movie. It was just great to see those four villains all together sharing the screen. It's fun time. It's a fun time. It's not perfect, but it's fun. Yeah,
it's funny. I watched the Adam West movie around the time the Batman was coming out because I wanted to do a ranking of all the Batman movies. And I realized when I was watching it, it's got the exact same villains in that movie that are in the Batman, hasn't it? It's got Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman, and technically the Joker, I guess.
Yeah, I did not pick up on that.
I was watching it and I was like, these are the exact same villains.
I didn't notice that at all.
It was but I wouldn't mind watching that show because I mean, I didn't give the movie a glowing score on Letterboxd, but it is what it is. I've been going back lately and watching classic Doctor Who, and that's the same thing. It's just cheesy campness. It's nothing great, but it's just fun. It's
exactly
product of its time. I think it's good to go back to that sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene in Toy Story 2 where Woody gets cleaned? Do you think it's very satisfying? That's a strange question. Actually, you know what? As a kid, that was one of the more memorable scenes from that movie. Not that there wasn't many memorable scenes from that movie. It's a very good film, but
Toy Story 2 is my favorite Pixar film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. I love it. And I have to agree that that scene where Woody's getting refurbished and new life put into him, I think it's satisfying.
Yeah. It's I'm doing a Pixar rewatch at the minute. I'm on Cars 2 a couple of days ago.
That's right. Yeah,
I'm at the dip at the minute. But I mean, before Cars 2, I don't really think they missed any before then. I think they were all really solid movies.
Yeah, I probably think the worst one before that was probably Cars, but it's still watchable. It's still, you can still get something from it, but they just, yeah, I don't know. Like Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Toy Story, they're the home runs. They're the big hitters. They're Pixar at its best.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, Nemo's my favorite, and really like Ratatouille as well. But I got to say, like when I was rewatching Wall-E, I was fighting back the tears at the end. That one always gets me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such a good one. James, I've pre-ordered the Doctor Who season 20 box set yesterday. Most definitely my most anticipated release, alongside the Psycho 4K Arrow set with the 4 movies in. Yeah, I've got both of those on pre-order. Can't wait to get them both. But the Doctor Who one's going to be cool because my favorite episode of Classic Who that I've ever seen is the 5 Doctors, and I think I just enjoy it because you've got technically 3 Doctors.
Yes, yeah.
Screen together, but I mean, you've got another actor playing the first Doctor, so you kind of got 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love watching those 4 bounce off each other. It's like watching Matt and David in the new Doctor Who with their anniversary episode. Psycho, I haven't seen Psycho 3 or 4. I'm gonna have a guess and say they're not amazing, but I'm still looking forward to watching them.
Yeah. I mean, I would have pre-ordered that Psycho box set, but the thing that stopped me was I already have the first one on 4K.
Oh, right.
I have 2 on Blu-ray, and I don't like parts 3 and 4.
No,
they're not great. So it was kind of like, it's pointless getting it. It's just going to look nice on the shelf.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just couldn't part with the money for it.
No, that's fair enough. I'm really looking forward to watching the first Psycho in 4K because
it's beautiful. Yeah.
That's good.
It's great. Yeah.
I love that movie. And I'm a defender of the second one. I think that's quite good.
I really like it. It's very underrated.
It really caught me off guard. I thought it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
And then I'm not expecting much from 3 or 4, but I'm looking forward to giving them a go.
Yeah, I mean, you might like them. You might get something from them I didn't, but yeah, they are what they are.
Yeah. What's a film you hate with a passion in your collection, but you just keep it anyway? Mine's easy. Rise of Skywalker. Easy pick for me.
Yeah, I might have to go Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, they messed those sequels up, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. Yeah.
But they're making up for it with the TV shows, at least. Are you watching Ahsoka at the minute, or?
No, I'm kind of just all maxed out with Star Wars, to be honest.
That's fair.
The Mandalorian was good. I only saw the first 2 seasons, but I enjoyed what I saw.
That's I
watched Boba Fett as well. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it all, but season 3 of Mando was really on the edge for me. Yeah, it really dipped off a bit. But Ahsoka has been really good, like back up there with Mando levels.
That's good. Yeah.
Although Andor, by the way, if you haven't seen that was amazing. That I was not excited for Andor at all, and then it was like the best Star Wars we've had since the prequels or the Clone Wars show or something.
Yeah.
You know, when Lucas was there.
I didn't check out Andor, but I probably should.
That one was just on another level.
Yeah, I think when I'm in more of a Star Wars mood, I think I'll check that out. If I want to see more of past the original 3, I'll check that out. Yeah.
Who do you like better as an actor? Oh, this is the question, isn't it? De Niro or Pacino? See, I think I'm gonna go with De Niro just because I've seen. I know it's not his best performance. I'm gonna say something stupid here. I know it's not his best performance or anything, but I just grew up and Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and then I went on to watch him do some class acting in other stuff. But Pacino in Scarface is like right up there with one of the best performances ever for me. So it's such a hard question, that.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up watching De Niro in not the best movies. I think one of the first ones I saw him in was Rocky and Bullwinkle, which is not a good film. But yeah, it was later on when I checked out his more serious stuff, his stuff with Scorsese, and there's a movie he directed that he was in called A Bronx Tale, which is phenomenal. Oh god, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably have to give it to De Niro. I mean, there's not much in it.
No.
Like you said, Scarface and Carlito's Way are 2 of Pacino's best. But yeah, I think just for sheer quantity, maybe De Niro.
Yeah. That was sort of my thinking there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, both great directors there. Actors even, sorry. Did either of you see Robert Fett stream last night? He's having a baby. Oh well, congratulations to Rob.
Yeah.
That's very good news.
Congrats.
Yeah. What do you like the most about the movie No Hard Feelings? Oh yeah, I watched this a couple weeks ago. The Jennifer Lawrence one, isn't it?
Yeah, I picked this up today. It arrived today.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, no slip in the UK, I'm guessing?
No, I don't think so. No.
They're getting cheaper.
Yeah. I managed to catch that at the cinema. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I had fun with it.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? I'm not the biggest Jennifer Lawrence fan, but you know that the movie actually made me laugh a couple times.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
it did get a couple good laughs out of me. I'm trying to figure what the funniest one was. Maybe the one where he sprays her with something. He sprays her with the what is it like?
Like the mace. Yeah,
that's it. The mace, and then he ends up getting the hose, and you think he's gonna give it to her for her to squint her eye, and he just like shoots her with it, and she goes flying. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Comedy's a genre for me that's I don't know, it's just not what it was, I guess. It's rarer that we get a good one like that now. So yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stop motion movie? Ooh, have you got one that comes to mind?
It's not 100% stop motion, but maybe something like Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to love that as a kid.
Yeah. I have seen that. That's with the skeletons, isn't it?
Yeah.
The skeleton stop motion. Really good. I was so impressed with that, especially when did that come out? That was 70s, wasn't it?
I think it was the 60s. I think it was
60s. I do remember watching it and being like, for the time, this is amazing.
Yeah.
For me, I think I've got to go Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, I really like that one. And I don't really know how they done. I'm also thinking Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Was that stop motion? Yeah. I
think some of it was, yeah.
I went to see that in the cinema when it came out here this year. None of my friends, I say none of my friends wanted to come with me. It was on like early afternoon, and I finished work at 3, and they all finished between 5 and 6. So I sort of had to go on my own, and I was the only one in the whole cinema.
Oh, wow.
The whole screen to myself. The guy literally come in, went, anyone in here? Because I was sitting in the back, and I sort of had to go, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Scott's here. Hello, mate. Hope you're both doing well. Great to have you back,
Scott.
James. Great to see Andy. What's your favourite George A. Romero film? Well, I've only seen 2.
Okay. Oh.
I've only seen Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead. And you know what? I watched them both twice this year because I really loved them both. And they've both got 4s on my Letterboxd. But I think if you asked me at the start of this year, I would have said Dawn. But I think I prefer Night of the Living Dead now.
Okay, yeah.
I've gone more to that side. But they're both just like neck and neck for me. I think they're both really... I need to watch Day. That's the 3rd one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Day is great. It's not as good in terms of story with the first 2, but the effects in it are amazing.
Really?
They're top notch. Yeah.
Yeah, but is the Blu-ray so hard to get that one?
Yeah, it is. I'm hoping Second Sight can get hold of the rights and do a big box like they did for Dawn.
That would be. I'd buy that. Day one.
Yeah, I would absolutely. Yeah.
Have you got a favorite George Romero film?
Yeah, it has to be Dawn for me.
Yeah.
There's a few. I've seen a fair few of his movies, like Creepshow, and there's a movie he did called Monkey Shines, which is pretty good. It's about this guy who gets disabled and he has to have like a little helper monkey.
Oh right.
But the monkey's like evil.
Nice.
It's a fun film, but I've got to go Dawn. That movie terrified me the first time I saw it when I was about 8. But it was I just absolutely love that film. Yeah,
it is a great one. I watched that for the first time, as I say, earlier this year. I'd seen Night of the Living Dead a couple of years back, but I thought it was a great movie. Really, really good. Because there was another one wasn't it they brought out Second Sight from George Romero? Was it a white cover?
Martin? Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I didn't pick it up. I missed it, and I was a bit gutted. But,
it's a good film. It's not bad. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a different take on the vampire genre. But it's I enjoyed it. Yeah.
It's funny. My introduction is just sprung to mind. My introduction to George Romero was did you ever play like the Call of Duty Zombies?
No.
Oh, they had him on one of the maps running about. That's where I first learned
wow.
George Romero. Believe it or not, from a video game.
Wow.
In my opinion, I think Breaking Bad is overrated garbage. I've tried to watch it multiple times and truly detest it. Do you know what my sister has as well? My sister just tried like 3 times to watch it and she doesn't like it. But I think it's up there with the greatest TV shows of all time, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on this one. It's such a shame that you can't get enjoyment from it that most people do. But it's I just think it's phenomenal television.
Yeah. No, so do I. It's I thought I didn't watch it when it aired. I watched the last couple seasons of Better Call Saul because I got into it all by then. But I remember watching it all just thinking, wow, that was unbelievable. Especially the ending. They nailed it, I thought. And then going into the movie as well, I was thinking, how the hell are they going to follow this up? And I thought the movie was good as well. Then Better Call Saul was good. I just love everything from that little TV movie world there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for David Fincher's The Killer? I don't think I have actually. Is this a new film?
No, I haven't. I didn't know he had a new film coming out.
No, I need to watch. People keep asking me because I know I'm a racing fan. They keep asking me if I've seen the trailer for Ferrari, the Adam Driver one. I need to give that a watch. I hear it looks really good.
Same. I need to check that one out.
Yeah, I did see a couple trailers today though. What dropped today? There was the new Godzilla one from Toho.
Yeah,
did watch that, and then I watched the new Loki one this evening. So.
Oh yeah, season 2 of that. Yeah.
Couple trailers, and they were both good. I thought both good trailers.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Scott. Just left a like on the stream. Been looking forward to this one all day. Thank you, Scott. Always a pleasure to have you here, mate. And yeah, Sam says, James, I would highly recommend both Casino and Raging Bull. Yeah, as I say, I haven't it's just one of those things. If they're not in my collection, they're not on the streaming service. I try not to go out my way to illegally stream stuff. So it's I'd rather wait till it goes on a streaming service or I can get the Blu-ray. Rank the Austin Powers movies. Do you know what? I was watching Inglourious Bastards last night and I didn't realize that he was in it.
Yeah.
He popped up and I was like, that's Austin Powers.
Yeah, he's under heavy makeup, but
it's the voice, and the mannerisms. You can still see him.
Yeah,
it's the cat in the hat. I think I'd just go 1, 2, 3. I think.
I'd say from worst to best for me, it's probably 3, 1, 2.
Yeah.
I think the second one's my favorite.
Do you know what? I don't know. I think I might agree with you just because 1 doesn't have the mini me in, and it kills me every time.
I think the first one's the best out of the 3 of them, but 2 for me is it's so entertaining. I just absolutely have a blast with that film.
Yeah. Again, I'm pretty new to those films as well. I watched them for the first time last year, and again, I was just like, why didn't I not watch these sooner? It's so my humor. Really funny films.
I mean, we got such a nice box set as well.
Yeah. Did you get the set?
Yeah. The Warner Brothers one. Oh, God,
the one. Yeah. Really nice. Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sucker me in HMV with those kind of sets. I think on Friday. I get paid. I'm gonna check out with that Boogie Nights one they've just brought out as well.
I love that film. If that had been 4K, I'd have picked that up.
Yeah,
100% because I adore that film.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson film I've seen.
Yeah, it's mine as well.
Yeah, really good film. Sam says, "Who's your favorite Beatles? So favorite Beatles album? Are you much of a Beatles fan, Andy?"
They are my favorite band of all time.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in all the places they did, and
Oh, really?
yeah. So it's very much part of my childhood.
Yeah.
Beatles music, and
Mhm.
yeah, I'm a massive fan.
Yeah.
Absolutely love them. Yeah,
Yeah. Same here. Same here.
yeah. But if I had to pick who was my favorite, it's always been between Lennon and Harrison.
hmm
I don't know. I just always thought those two were the best songwriters.
Yeah.
George Harrison's very, very underrated.
Yeah.
But Lennon, I just connected with his lyrics a hell of a lot more than I did McCartney's.
Yeah. That's fair. Mhm.
But yeah, I still like. There's only two Beatles songs I don't really like, but out of all of them, but there's just so many. And
Yeah.
for favorite albums, for me, it's always been between Rubber Soul and the White Album.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the two I listen to the most.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. I go through phases. Sometimes I want to hear the rock and roll. Sometimes I want to hear that middle period, Rubber Soul Revolver, and then I'm into the later stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Harrison as my favorite Beatle. And I think album. I always flip flop between Abbey Road and the White Album.
Yeah,
It's those two for me. But yeah, it's funny. I went to Liverpool about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went to Liverpool when I was like 15. But like me and my mates, we actually went to the Cavern Club and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I went before I was 15, so I couldn't drink there. It's nice to actually just have a beer in there and stuff. So yeah, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And when I went with my family, we done the tour like in a cabbie, and you go see where they lived.
Yeah.
Takes you to Penny Lane, the church where like the schoolyard where John met Paul and stuff, and you go to all that stuff. It was amazing. But yeah. And last month I watched twice. I didn't mean to watch it twice. I watched I got it right here actually. It's my favorite documentary. I watched the Living in the Material World one.
I need to get a copy of that because I still haven't seen it. It's Martin Scorsese as well.
Yeah, it's I know that people will shoot me for this, but I think it's Scorsese's best work.
Wow.
I love it. I think it's brilliant. Yeah. But I watched it when it came out in like 2011, but I watched it last month because I just wanted to. Then my dad was like, "Oh, I haven't seen that," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, well, we'll watch it together." So I ended up watching it again with him.
Wow.
Do you think the Joker is a combination of Taxi Driver and King of Comedy? Well, I definitely think it's got a lot of King of Comedy in there. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think once you say it, once you connect Taxi Driver and King of Comedy with Joker, it's hard to disconnect them.
Yeah.
Once you've said that, it's because it definitely Joker definitely takes inspiration from those two movies. I mean, Robert De Niro's in it, for God's sake.
Yeah.
As well. It's hard to not acknowledge that connection.
Yeah, I definitely think the Joker. I mean, a lot of movies take inspiration from everything nowadays. There's so many movies to do that for, but I think the Joker took a lot of inspiration from movies. Yeah, Josh is here. Haven't spoken to you in a while, Josh. How you doing, mate? What's up, guys? Watching Bayou is Afraid right now, and honestly think it's one of the best films of the year. I've heard some really mixed things about this movie. But I was very mixed. I hated Midsummer at first.
Okay.
But when I watched it when it came out, and it's before I'd started to appreciate a lot of those type of movies. I think I was still easing my way into broadening my mind on movies. I think if I watch Midsummer now, I'd like it more. I still don't think I'd be in the love camp. So I don't know. I'm not. I will watch this. Bayou is Afraid, but I don't think it will be one of my favorites personally. But I hope I'll enjoy it. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I haven't. No, I have seen Hereditary and Midsummer, and I did enjoy both. I did have a good. I had a good time with both those movies, but I'm intrigued to check it out because it's obviously it's the director's next movie. But yeah, I've heard mixed things about it. I want to go into it completely blind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just watch it and see what I think.
yeah, absolutely. To be completely honest, says, did you hear about Steve Harwell's passing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who Steve Harwell is at the minute.
He's I think he was the lead singer of Smash Mouth.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. That's probably.
Yeah.
I do like Smash Mouth, but I wouldn't have known his name there. That's a shame. They got some good songs.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been a fan of the band. I've
No.
made no secret of that. But yeah, it's sad that he's passed away, of course. And thoughts and prayers to his friends and family.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you ever seen the 1997 film LA Confidential? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's got an amazing cast.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a well, I say modern, but for 1997, it's kind of like a film noir.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it's amazing cast. Danny DeVito, Kim Basinger, Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe. Amazing film. Yeah.
Nice. I will be putting that one on the watch list. Yeah. That's for sure. Do you think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is better than Pulp Fiction? Oh, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a hard no.
No. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think Tarantino's better to Pulp Fiction.
No.
He's come close, but no, I don't think he has.
No. That's fair enough. See, I'm much more of a fan of Tarantino's newer work.
Yeah.
For me, I'm Django and Glorious are my top two, and then probably Hateful Eight, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I would go Pulp Fiction next, but as I say, I genuinely prefer his newer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can binge watch all his movies. You're not going to have a bad time with any of them. Like,
no,
they are all really amazing.
Yeah,
which is quite rare. That a director churns out, such quality. But for me, I don't know, man. Pulp Fiction is just a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with what you say, though. Tarantino, incredible stuff. I really hope he can go out with a bang with his last one.
Yeah.
Or, say last one, he's going to have 5 years retired. He'll write something and be like, I've got to make that.
Yeah, I mean, there's been speculation he's going to do a third Kill Bill. I mean, that's
really
been around for years, whether he's going to do that or not.
I remember the whole Star Trek thing, and I was like, that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would love to see that, a Tarantino Star Trek movie.
Yep.
I think it would be insane.
Get him to do a Star Wars thing. I mean, Star Wars is a bit like at the minute. That might bring some energy into the universe.
I think Star Wars needs Tarantino right now. I think.
I'd say I have been enjoying Ahsoka and the recent shows other than Mando season 3, but it does need a new lease of life. Star Wars at the minute.
100%. Yeah.
Did you think Scorsese's The Age of Innocence was boring? I actually didn't mind that one. It didn't blow me. It's not one of my favorites of his, admittedly, but I still had a good time with that film.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's one of his more underrated movies. Yeah, it definitely needs more love. But again, I understand it's not for everyone. It is a period drama. Yeah. That's not going to attract out a massive audience. But yeah, I think it's well acted. Daniel Day-Lewis is great in it. Yeah, I just think it's a really solid film.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I must admit, period pieces are not really period dramas. Are not really one of my favorite things to go to either. But Scorsese behind the camera, it can't be too bad.
Yeah.
Also watched Oldboy this morning, and Jesus, that was brutal. Park Chan-wook is one of the directors. With this being one of his best, with this being his best film potentially. I really like Oldboy. I've got the Arrow Blu-ray of it here somewhere. Yeah. I think they done a 4K of it as well last year, didn't they? I think.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
But
I have that Vengeance trilogy set.
I must admit, I wouldn't mind getting that myself.
It's a nice set, but the ending of that film is definitely what I remember most about it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, really, really solid stuff.
Yeah, I found out like right after I watched it, there was like an American remake. I think it's got Elizabeth Olsen and Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
I thought, that could be interesting. I saw like the Letterboxd scores and thought, no, maybe I'll give that a pass.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. Saw a little bit of the reviews and I was like, yeah, let's just stick with the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do really like Oldboy. It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's funny because Chris Chibnall made some of the best episodes of Torchwood, but it's crap at Doctor Who. Yeah,
okay.
I actually watched Torchwood. Did you watch any of that one?
No, I saw like bits and bobs of it when it was being aired for the first time, but no, I didn't really get into it.
No, I watched it. I bought the Blu-ray box set of it when I started getting into collecting. I was like, I got to have Doctor Who and everything Doctor Who related. And I watched it all then, and I had a good time most of it. But when it was actually airing, I think I was too young. I mean, like how old would I have been when David left? I would have been 13.
Was it 2011 he went, I think?
2011. I was born in 97, so yeah. Anyway, I was too young for Torchwood, I think. I love Doctor Who, and I was like you, watching from Chris Eccleston, so I've been watching since the start. Yeah. And I liked Sarah Jane. That was the more kiddie-ish spin-off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was too young for Torchwood when it was airing. But
it was. I remember it being a little bit racier than Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember like the third episode or something. It had like a sex alien. I was like, I was like, this is a bit much for me. I just want to see the Slovene like big aliens coming out people's heads, and like a female Cyberman. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Yeah. What is your least favorite writer? What is your least favorite writer for movies? Well, there's that writer they keep getting who done like the Joss Whedon Justice League, and then they hired him to do The Rise of Skywalker. I'm not sure on his name.
Oh, okay.
But surely that guy, he moved from bomb to bomb.
I mean, for me, it's probably whoever Michael Bay hires.
That's a good shout.
To be honest, yeah.
That is a very good show. I remember seeing Michael Bay do interviews for like the 5th Transformers film. He's like, yeah, we've got like 8 writers in a room and stuff. They're all working so hard. And then you watch that movie and you go, oh, I could see why there was 8 writers.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. Where are we at? I've lost where I was. Let's go here. You looking forward to the new Mario game, Mario Wonder? I didn't even know there was a new one coming out.
No.
I'll probably get it. I buy most Mario games on the Switch. I really enjoy them.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've held my hands up. I'm not a massive gamer at all. I mean,
no.
I still play PS1 games.
Oh, do you know? I still have my PS2 set up.
Yeah.
I got my PS2 and my PS5. But I'm not a big gamer either myself. I bought the Switch mostly for like when I go on holiday and stuff. It's good for plane and hotel room. But the PS5, there's a few games that come out I want to play, like the new Spider-Man's coming out and the last Star Wars game, and I play my F1 on there. So I get all those sort of games. But other than that, and it's a social thing. Me and my mates jump on the Call of Duty Zombies every now and then. So it's but I'm not like some of my friends I know, they're just on it all the time doing all these really games which all go over my head. I like the more simple games. I like going on there like Minecraft sometimes. I should build a little house. Okay, guys, I'm unsure if you're going to like this TV show's suggestion. It's called Prince. It's a 2021 HBO Max comedy series. I have never heard of this one.
No, I've not. It's over my head, that one.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure there, mate. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has some pacing issues, which holds it down, but it's still amazing.
For me, I'd say the first time I watched it was great, but the second time, when you get to the ranch with Brad Pitt and you know the outcome of that scene, it really does drag.
Yeah.
It really is a little bit annoying. I still like the film. I still like that scene, but once you know the outcome of it, it does. You feel like every second drags of that scene.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I definitely get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was the opposite. I really, I don't want to say I didn't care for it, but I thought it was very just average at the cinema.
Mhm.
And it was rewatches where I really started to go, I kind of get it now.
Yeah.
Like I started to fall in love with the movie.
Yeah. Oh, I still think it's great. I still think it's, you're still gonna have a great time with it. I mean, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie. That's like, that's an amazing trifecta right there.
I'm kind of finding anything with Brad Pitt in, to be honest, at the minute is just so good. I don't know. I've really become, and he's starring in my Formula One film.
Right.
I'll wait for. Mario was pretty fun. Bubblegum fluff movies aren't great to me, but I grew up on those games, so it scratched a certain itch. Yeah, I mean, they're appealing to the masses with Mario, but it's still a good movie. I thought very fun, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay, I get asked this one a lot. I don't know if I used to do a YouTube channel before this. James, you interested bringing back Rock Boy? That was my music channel where I literally about 80% of the time was talking about the Beatles.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, my Beatles record collection. I'll have to show you I've got I've got originals. I've got the stereo box set, and they've been bringing out those 50th anniversary big vinyl sets.
Yes, yeah.
Been buying all of those. I also own every single Paul McCartney album, even those ones from the 90s and 2000s, which some of them cost me a fortune. But I do you know what? I don't think I will go back to this channel. I get asked it a lot, but it's just doing two channels. I struggled to keep up with this channel. I just taken a month off because I was struggling. Worst film I watched last month was either Scream 6, Jason X, or The Last Voyage of the Dementor. Which one's Scream 6? Was that the one in New York, or was that the one before?
Oh, that was one in New York, yeah.
I didn't mind that one.
I enjoyed it. I could completely understand Jason X, but I haven't seen the other film.
No, to be honest, I didn't. I thought this might get me in trouble in some of the comments here. I was not the biggest fan of the Friday the 13th films in general, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah,
there were a couple good ones. Don't get me wrong. I liked the first one. I think it was the third or fourth one. One of those two I liked as well. I can't remember which one, but yeah, the majority of them really didn't do much for me, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think the selling point of those movies are the kills. Let's just get creative and do the kills. There's not much story to them.
No.
But I love them. I have a blast with them. I grew up with those movies, and
that's fair enough.
Yeah, just gravitate towards them.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I done them all at the same time about 3 years ago. I done Halloween. Mm-hmm. I know I done Halloween first because it was like the classic. Got to do those ones. Yeah. And then I can't remember what order I'd done them in, but I'd done Scream, Chucky, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th. And I think I gravitated towards the other ones a bit more. Mm-hmm. I done Halloween first, obviously. And I think I gravitated towards the other ones a bit more because there was like more interactions. Like Chucky was cracking jokes. I find the Scream killers hilarious on the phone. Whereas, Jason, it's a bit like Michael Myers, don't talk, does he?
Yeah.
I think that's maybe why I had a weaker time with those ones.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's fair enough, yeah.
But yeah, I'll go back to them at some point. I might enjoy them more.
Yeah.
Worst thing I watched last month was Saw 3. Yeah, do you know what? I hear the first Saw film's actually quite good, but I just really have no interest in watching people just get tortured.
I'd say the first one is. I mean, on paper, it just sounds like the most horrific thing ever, doesn't it? So, people getting tortured and cutting off limbs. But the first movie has a brain about it. It is actually quite smart. And then after the second one, they kind of fall into that repetitiveness. Let's just get creative with the kills. Not much story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go. I say, that I will give every film a go, but Saw's the one film where I'm like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I can 100% recommend the first one, but yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think I was scarred. I think it was the first holiday I went on with my friends on the plane out to where we were going. My mate was watching like one of the later ones, and I just saw some woman's jaw getting ripped apart.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
nah. I was like, that ain't for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Yeah. My most anticipated new release now is Past Lives. What about you guys? Yeah, is that getting a cinema release here then? Finally, I guess.
I can't place that movie.
I think is it a new A24 film coming out? I think it's already been out in some countries.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I've heard amazing things. I've got no idea what it's about or anything, but I just hear it's really good.
Yeah. I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah. I don't know what my most anticipated film left this year is, though, to be honest. I'm not even sure what's left this year.
I mean, it would have been, but it's been delayed. Mine would have been Maxine.
Yeah, that would have been a good pick. Yeah.
I loved X and Pearl.
So did I. I really liked X. I enjoyed Pearl, but I thought X was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't know. I can't even think of what's left to come out this year, to be honest.
I know it's
the only film that I can honestly think of that's left to come out this year is that Captain Marvel, but that definitely ain't my most anticipated.
Yeah. It's not your most anticipated film, and it's the only one we can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I genuinely don't know what's left to come out this year. It's weird because me and my friends who I go to cinema with, we've got all these the unlimited cards, and I have them all on my app, so I just book them all and I just go on there every week, and I'm like, Blue Beetle's out this week. Anyone will see it? Like, I don't have these films scheduled in my head.
Yeah.
I just go on the app once a week and I'm like, oh, this is out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't know. Binged all of Charlotte Wells' filmography all in one night. It's probably one of the best things I've ever done. After Sun, Tuesday, Blue Christmas, and Lapse always leave me feeling like a new man. That's fair enough. I've only seen After Sun out of those, and I liked it. I know I didn't love it as much as you, Josh. I know that's like one of your favorite films ever. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the others.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I saw After Sun. I haven't seen any of the others, and I thought After Sun was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed it enough to buy the movie Blu-ray. So
yeah,
that's how I know I enjoyed it enough.
Yeah, it was a blind buy for me. I just picked it up.
Yeah.
Probably because of Josh recommending it, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is one of his favorite films.
Yeah.
There was another A24 one that I know Josh loves. Waves.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that film actually. That was really good. Inside Out is my favorite Pixar film. I can't wait for the sequel. I was actually asking for a sequel for that. I'm very game to see them do a second one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's be interesting to see where they go with it. But yeah, as long as they don't do like what they did with Finding Dory. They've got to keep it in the same bracket as the first one. Yeah.
I completely agree. I must admit, I wasn't massive on Finding Dory.
Yeah, I mean, that was a movie I was really looking forward to because of how creative and brilliant Finding Nemo was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just left that cinema feeling so underwhelmed.
Yeah, so did I. I was exactly the same because Nemo is my favorite Pixar film. So I was just. I didn't hate it. It was just like,
it was like, is that it? Like,
yeah.
Expected more from it.
I think I felt like that a bit with the second. I didn't at the time. I left the cinema very happy with the Monsters University, but I think as time's gone on, it's like similar feelings with that. Like I didn't mind it, but they could have done more with that.
Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah.
Who is your favorite actress?
Ooh.
I always struggle with this. It's weird. When it comes to actor, I can go like, it's between this person, this person, this person. But when it's actress, I struggle a bit. Um, no, Emma Stone actually comes to mind a bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's La La Land. I just love her in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, La 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 Cruella, the favorite.
I really liked as well, because I'm not a fan of the director much. I've only seen two of his films prior to this, and I wasn't massive on either of them. But I actually really liked The Favorite, and I thought she was really good in that as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed that film. Yeah.
So I mean, I think I'd go Emma Stone.
I might have to as well. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed Battle of the Sexes as well.
I watched that earlier this year, and I saw like, again, it didn't have the best scores on Letterboxd and stuff.
Yeah,
I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was great. I don't know, just something about it. I think it just underperformed, but I was like, I couldn't recommend that film to someone enough.
No, I agree.
I thought it was great.
Steve Carell was great in it as well. I'm so used to just seeing him as Michael Scott, seeing him play that type of character. Like, wow.
And he plays this like absolute chauvinistic tennis star, and you just want to see him get beat so bad.
Yep.
You know, it's
yeah, really, really good movie that.
Yeah.
Who's actually excited for Toy Story 5? I mean, really, I don't get what they can do with Toy Story at this point without feeling unnecessary or forced. Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say I said exactly this about Toy Story 4, and I ended up really liking Toy Story 4. So I definitely can see why people are saying this about Toy Story 5. But I'm going to wait till after I've seen it, because they've proven me wrong once.
I mean, I'm up for as many Toy Story films as you can give me. Give me 20, 30 Toy Story films, as long as they're all good.
Yeah.
You know, they all have to have a really well-written story.
Yeah.
And something you can connect with. As long as it has that, I'm on board.
Yeah. 100%. Do you think that they're doing Toy Story 5 because they were hoping they could do maybe a trilogy of Lightyear films, but the Lightyear one didn't go over very well?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
again, I thought that was so perfect. I was like, what a way to carry that character on.
Yeah.
I was like, that's and the first trailer with like the David Bowie music, I was like, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah. And the film was just the definition of bland.
Yeah.
Came out, it was just wasn't great, but wasn't bad.
I know, I didn't hate it like some people. I actually thought it was okay, but I thought it was going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, win some, lose some. Past Lives is perfect. Oh, there we go. Josh has seen it. I have heard this film's very good. Seen it twice, and it's still my favorite film of the year. Perfect demonstration of what ifs and what would happen if you think of alternatives of life. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, as I say, if it's getting a UK release, I definitely do want to see this one, because I'm hearing very good things.
Yeah, I'll check it out if it's got good reviews. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Oh, that's interesting. What is your favorite film by your least favorite director?
Oh,
I don't really know who my least favorite director is, because I could say someone like Michael Bay. There's a couple films I like from him.
Yeah, that's actually that's a good point. I might have to go with the first Transformers.
Yeah.
I actually think that's a pretty competent film.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But yeah, they're downhill after that.
Yeah. I didn't mind the third one. You know, it was so bad at the start, but when they get to have big battle in Chicago, it was like, oh, this is kind of switch off fun.
Yeah. I think the third one's the best out of the sequels.
100%. Yeah.
They kind of corrected things that they got wrong in Revenge of the Fallen a little bit.
Yeah. And then he just
went back. He just went back to his old ways after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the first one's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't know who my least favorite director is. That Melissa McCarthy, her husband, he has made some absolutely terrible films.
Okay.
But I'm trying to think if he's got a good one.
I don't even know what he's made.
I know he done the female Ghostbusters. I got a feeling he might have done Bridesmaids, which I don't really like that film.
Yeah, I I hated that film the first time I saw it, but then I rewatched it and I thought, okay, it wasn't as bad as I remember it being. I thought it was pretty good on rewatch, but yeah, I mean, anything. Melissa McCarthy is like the touch of death for a movie for me. I just like stay clear.
Yeah. Well, I think her husband is also pretty awful. Like, I think he does a lot of these movies. They've got like an advert going about on TV at the minute. I forget what it's for, but have you seen?
Yes. Yeah.
That's him. I'm pretty sure in the advert. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure his filmography is just terrible.
Yeah.
But I think that Bridesmaids might be the best of the ones I can think of. So maybe that. Where are we at? We got a few people talking amongst themselves here.
Yep.
In the comments. Okay, so Sam is also going to see Seven Samurai tomorrow and Blue Velvet on Wednesday. Do you know what? I need to see Seven Samurai. I want that American Criterion import, but it's just too expensive.
Okay, yeah.
But I hear it's just an incredible film. That.
Yeah, it's it's really good. It was a bit too long for me.
Yeah.
I think it clocks in about 3 hours, but the story of it's just great.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Bug's Life is kind of like a remake of it, but with insects.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of the story.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a really good film. It's so well shot. It's one of Akira Kurosawa's best.
Yeah.
But it was just a little bit too long for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair enough. I know that you can get it here in the UK and stuff. I think you can get it in like a set, can't you? But no, I'm just a bit of a sucker for like a nice set like the Criterion one. But I wasn't massive on Blue Velvet, if I'm being completely honest.
That's fair enough, yeah. That movie's a required taste, definitely. I love it personally, but it's not for everyone.
No, me and David Lynch so far have been a bit
up and down. Yeah.
I did Elephant Man though. That's the one for me where I was like, that one was incredible. I will not say a bad word about that film.
Elephant Man is his most accessible. I'd say that's like that's the movie that is least David Lynch.
Yeah,
in my opinion. But it's probably follows like your cohesive story more than his other films, because his other films are it's so zany and weird and out there. Elephant Man's great.
Definitely. I will give all of his films a try at some point. And hopefully I like the others a bit more than I've liked some of his ones that I've seen so far. James, have you seen the film Flashbacks of a Fall from 2008? It's very polarizing. It's very polarizing by the Roxy music scene. It's fantastic. I haven't actually seen this one. Have you seen this one?
I can't say I've heard of it. No.
Oh, not sure on that one, but I will put it on the watch list.
Yeah.
My uncle come over from Australia, and I've shown him some of your videos and the stream, and he thinks you're a star in the making. Wow, well, that's brilliant. Thank you. I hope I'm a star in the making too. Lots of money. No, but thank you. No, that's very kind of you to say, mate. Appreciate the support. And Jack from Bring Your Own Popcorn's here. Hello, mate. Or he was here. I don't know if he's still here because the comments here were at 7:55. James, did you see David Brent Life on the Road? No, I haven't. Do you know what, though? I really should, because I do like the UK office. I'm more of a US office person, but I do like the UK office, and Ricky Gervais is brilliant, I think.
Yes, 100%. I still haven't seen that film, though, Life on the Road.
No. It's funny, I had a friend who was obsessed with Ricky Gervais, and he bought they bought an album out for it, didn't they? And he got it signed by Ricky Gervais, but he signed it David Brent.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen Slade in Flame? I haven't, but I know what this is. This is Slade made a movie in the 70s, I think, didn't they?
It's lost on me. I mean, I know Slade, but I didn't know they were a big film.
I got the album Slade in Flame. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. I've got the record, actually, funny enough, somewhere in here. Because I have 2 or 3 Slade albums, and I know that that's one of the ones I've got.
Yeah.
My dad's a big Slade fan, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But Bit of a random question. Who agrees with me that A Good Day to Die Hard is shite? I think a lot of people probably agree with that one.
There's one good scene in that film, and I think that's when he's in the taxi. Like the chemistry he has with the taxi driver is pretty good, but other than that, it's garbage.
Yeah. I honestly barely remember it. I saw it literally when it came out on DVD because my parents never buy DVDs anyway, to be honest. But that was one of the few films they went and bought instantly. Because they don't go cinema much. They went and bought it instantly because they loved the original 4. And I remember watching it with them, and even I can't even remember when it came out. I must have been quite young when it came out, my early teens, and even I was a bit like, "This isn't very good."
I went to cinema to see it.
Oh, really?
It was not good.
No.
Yeah.
It's a shame because the first 4 are really solid films, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the 5th one makes the 4th one look like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love those first 3. Those first 3 were ones I grew up with, and the 4th one's pretty good. It's not awful, but I don't think it's as good as the first 3. But I still think it's all right.
Yeah,
but the 5th one, not good at all.
I think my favorite. I mean, the best one's the first one, but I think my favorite that I like rewatching is probably the one with Sam Jackson. Is that the second one?
Yeah, that's the third one. Yeah.
Oh, third one. Yeah. I need to it's been so long since I've watched those films. It was my first day of uni film course today, and it went really well. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear, mate. Very good. Oh yeah, you said on my live stream, on my Instagram stream. Yeah, hope it went well, mate. Well, sounds like it did. Raging Bull is on Prime. I watched it a couple of weeks ago. Oh, lovely. Might have a film to watch tomorrow then. Have you seen the movie Critters? Yeah, I've seen 4. I think there's 5, but I've seen 4 of them.
Yeah, I think there is 5. But I've seen the first 4. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on them?
The first 2 I think are actually pretty good. They're pretty good, fun little creature features. 3 and 4 not so much. But yeah, I do like the first 2. I think the first 2 are a lot of fun.
I'm pretty much exactly the same. I thought 3 and 4 were pretty horrendous, actually.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe the third one, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, it's his first film. Yeah.
Was it his first one? I mean, I knew it must have been one of his first 2 or 3.
Yeah,
but
it's this apart from Critters 3, he's never been in a sequel ever.
Was it?
Never. Yeah, apart from Critters 3, which was his first film. Yeah.
Fair enough. Interesting. I was watching it, and it took me a couple minutes before I went, hang on a minute. I think that might be a young Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I have Critters Attack on Blu-ray, and I have no clue why. I haven't seen any of the Critters films. So Blu-ray just spawned in my room one day. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the 5th one.
I think so, yeah.
Jack's coming out with some silly stuff here. Unpopular opinion: Ringo Starr is personally my favorite Beatle.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean,
if y'all, my sister would probably agree with you.
I mean, there's one solo song by him I absolutely love.
Photograph.
I can't even. I love it that much. I can't even remember what it's called. It Don't Come Easy. That's it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you know what? He's got this. He got an album from the 80s. Time. And the opening track's got his Weight of the World. That's quite a good album, actually, surprisingly. Yeah, I don't mind a bit of Ringo, but he's definitely my least favorite of the 4.
Ringo was like the fun, silly one. Like, if you wanted more profound songs, you'd go to the other 3. But if you're watching Garden and all that,
he was my favorite in the movies. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a new EP coming out soon. Ringo.
Wow.
Paul's playing on it, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
I'll buy it because again, I have every Ringo vinyl as well up there, so I'll buy it. Joker is just a recycling the king of comedy, but much worse. Well, I mean, it definitely borrows a lot. That's for sure. Like we
Yeah.
were saying,
It like the King of Comedy has that obsession part to it, where
Mhm.
like he's obsessed with Jerry Lewis, like he just
Mm.
will not leave him alone. But I think Joker's more like a character study of a mental descent.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. No, I agree. It's but yeah, I wouldn't say it's much. I'm not the biggest Joker fan. I've always said that I
Yeah,
found people overhype that a little bit, in my personal opinion. So I definitely agree. King of Comedy is better.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, Bayou Afraid is obnoxious, pretentious crap.
Hmm.
Fair enough. I've been hearing a lot of that as well about Bayou's Afraid. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not, but yeah, I've heard that I've heard a lot of people saying that sort of stuff about that movie as well.
I'm intrigued, but yeah.
Yeah. Josh says he's doing good. Thanks. Waiting for my computer to be fixed. I saw on your story Apple charging 1100 to fix it. Rip off. Might as well just get a new computer in, yeah. That price.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, ouch.
Jack says I love both Hereditary and Midsummer. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Not for you then. That one, Jack, is it?
Yeah.
After is one of the best variations. Oh, sorry, Visionaries out there. Asta, sorry, I can't read now. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, again, you know, I'm not the best person to ask. I haven't really seen much of his stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've out of the three, I've only seen the two movies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, it's been so long since I saw Midsummer, so
yeah.
Yeah. And Jack agrees with you. Pulp Fiction is my favorite Tarantino film. However, unpopular opinion, Jackie Brown is a close second for me. I mean, you know, like I was saying earlier, you know, I don't really think he's got a bad film. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, Death Proof is probably the bottom.
Yeah.
But I think the others are all really solid.
Yeah, I've Death Proof for me is probably at the bottom, and then next above that is probably Jackie Brown. But
Yeah,
they're all good. I mean, you are going to have a good time with all of them. You know, there's going to be some sort of enjoyment in each of them.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
The American Oldboy is ass. A Spike Lee reinterpretation that feels more like a dumper carbon copy. Yeah, I forgot that it was Spike Lee that done that. I've enjoyed all the Spike Lee films I've seen, so maybe I'll have to stay away from that one.
Yeah, he's done some good stuff, but yeah. If remakes aren't your thing, stay away from them. You know, if it's as a director.
I've not heard very good things about that one at all.
No.
Show where you tried to watch it multiple times, but you can't get into it. See, I don't know. Shows, I'm more picky with my shows. I only watch something if I think, yeah, I'll probably like that. And I normally do get through a decent amount of it.
There's a show for me. I've seen every episode,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't tell you a single thing what's going on.
No.
And that's Game of Thrones.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, it's a hard one to follow, to be fair.
Yeah. It's like your attention has to be pin sharp.
Yeah.
If you're going to binge watch that show, I just sit there in awe and just look at it and like, yep, just go along with it.
I must admit, I think I watched the first 4 to 6 seasons of Game of Thrones through about 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And I've read the first book as well. I love that show, but it just the last season. Whew.
Oh yeah, I know. Like diehard fans really do not like that last season.
No, my friend Ryan, who I'd done my podcast with, after every episode, we'd ring each other and go, "What is happening? Like what? What am I watching?" Yeah, for me, Rick and Morty. I tried to like that show, and it just really wasn't for me. I think I'd done 2 seasons of it, and Yeah, I think a couple of my mates loved it. I was really trying to like it, and I just couldn't. I just struggling with it. Just weren't for me.
That's fair
Um,
enough.
okay, I'm guessing there's a debate going on here about the two offices because
Okay.
James replied to Jim here saying the US office for me, the British version reigns supreme. Oh, okay. I'm definitely in the US office camp. Definitely. Have you got a preference? Have you seen those two?
I've seen both of them.
Mm.
But I mean, I'm always like, usually I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm always like, oh, the original's the best. You
Yeah.
can't beat the original.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a lot of fun with the US one.
Yeah.
Like I can't deny that. I do have fun with it. I do find it funny and entertaining.
Yeah. I must admit, I'm such like a British humor supreme. I like that. I've never been huge on a lot of the American comedy stuff, but the US office, don't know, home run on that one, I think, for them.
Yeah.
Adam McKay is one of the worst writers. Guy gets on my nerves. Let's make Big Short. Oh, what has he written? I don't know. I'm not good with writers, to be honest. I can do directors, but writers.
Okay.
Might have to.
Did he do Vice as well, or am I getting confused with someone else?
I'm not too sure. You see, I have seen The Big Short, and I didn't mind it, but it didn't blow me away. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I say I'm not good. I'm not great with writers.
Yeah. Did he do Don't Look Up as well? But
maybe. Yeah.
That was one I could not get into that film.
No.
Not because it didn't look bad or anything like that. I just thought the characters in it were just dumb. I just thought these particularly Jonah Hill and Meryl Streep's characters. I was like, wow, you're the president. You are one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen in a movie. Like, really? Wow. Just frustrated me.
Yeah, I was really surprised Leo signed up to that one.
I don't know. Maybe they got him first, and then everyone else sort of like that got the ball rolling.
Yeah, I know he's big on like climate change and stuff like that, and of course, there's a lot of that in the writing of this movie, in the story. So maybe they led with that, and he jumped on it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was true when he made his Oscar speech about that. Climate change and all that. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the band Sparks? I haven't really got many thoughts on them, to be honest. They're not a band I've paid much attention to be completely honest.
I mean, I only know that one song, This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us, and that's about it. That's my knowledge of the Sparks right there.
Didn't they write the music for that musical to come out, Annette? Pretty sure.
The one with Adam Driver.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they did, but yeah, I did like that film.
I like that, and I thought the music was good as well. So,
yeah.
Where are we at? Okay, again, we've got some people talking amongst themselves here. Have you seen the film Thunder Alley from 1985? I haven't.
No, I've not heard of that, but I might check that one out. It sounds just by the title alone, it sounds awesome, from 1985. So
yeah. It is a cool title. I skipped over a comment. Someone said, asked what worst writers for TV, and honestly, I'm struggling with movie writers. But I did see Jack reply to this Game of Thrones season 8 writers room, and yeah,
there you go.
Because every time I talk about season 8 Game of Thrones, I do have to say that the production was incredible. It looked amazing. The score was amazing. The actors were doing a good job. Everything was still incredible, but the writing was some of the worst writing I've ever experienced ever. And it really just took that show all the way down. Awful. Have you guys heard of the band Boy Genius? Saw them live recently, and it was an incredible experience. One of the members is my favorite artist ever, Phoebe Bridgers. I haven't heard them.
No, lost on me, that one as well.
Yeah. I know Phoebe Bridges is though, of course. I've actually sent Josh a. Funny enough, you know that McCartney brought that album out in lockdown, the McCartney 3 one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He done like a load of artists re-recorded that album. Like I can't remember. So there were a couple really big names which sung like a song each. You know, a different singer doing each song. And Phoebe Bridges done one of the songs, and I sent it to Josh, and she done quite a good job, to be fair.
Okay.
Where am I at here? Where am I? Don't Look Up is my favourite of his, but still average at best. Yeah, I don't think many people cared for that film too much, to be fair.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of talking amongst themselves. Jack says, I love Saw 1, 2, 3, and 6. I mean, yeah, I've got no idea.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Get them. Yeah.
Bought Don't Worry Darling on Apple TV for some reason. And on rewatch, it was very below average. Harry Styles quit acting, buddy. Yeah. I saw it in the cinema, and then I watched about 20 minutes of it because it was on TV here. About a month ago, and I had to turn it off.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't a big fan. I didn't like it in the cinema much either, to be honest. There's some good elements to it. It's not completely awful, I don't think, but I wasn't much of a fan, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm one of the few people who actually enjoyed that film.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. I had a good time with it. I tried to put all the drama and things that were happened off camera with it aside because I couldn't have been, any less interested in all of that stuff going on. And I just took the film for what it was, and I ended up having a good time with it. That was that. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair enough. I do feel a little bit bad for Harry Styles. I know he's not great, but I don't think he's. I don't know. I want to stick up for him a bit. I do, because I actually respect him quite a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel I just think a lot of the way that a lot of these other modern musicians go, just putting out very fluffy material today. It's like he's trying to put out some interesting music, and he's trying to do some acting. He's trying to be a bit more interesting. So I've got a bit of respect for him.
Yeah, but I mean, I just didn't like the fact that because I think the first thing he did was like Dunkirk.
Yeah,
and when I heard that being advertised on the radio, it was all like, "Oh, Harry Styles is in it," and they made that the forefront rather than the quality of the movie, which is what they should have been doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because that kind of stuff annoys me a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I completely agree. I completely agree as well. Things like that definitely get under my skin as well.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different, but it's like when I watch and I'm sure other people feel like this when they watch their football or whatever, but it's like when I watch my F1 races and you'll see like a TikTok star there and the cameras will go straight to them. It's like,
yes,
show me a driver. I'm here to watch the racing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
totally taking it off focus and
yeah. Where are we at? There's a lot of Saw talk going on here. Josh says his most anticipated film now is All Dirt Roads Tastes of Salt, an A24 film. No surprise there. Reminiscence of Tree of Life. Yeah, do you know, I can respect Tree of Life a lot, but that film was just not for me. I respect it, but it wasn't for me, that one.
Yeah, that movie's kind of like the Beatles Revolution 9. It's just way too abstract.
Yeah.
It's just, you're going to get it or you're not.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't for me, that film. But
yeah. And to be fair, Revolution 9 would probably be one of like 2 or 3 Beatles songs I don't really like.
Yeah.
Right, we got 5 minutes, guys, so we're just going to probably do like 2 more questions here or comments. Because Jack's thrown out a good one here. He says Wonka is his most anticipated film for the rest of the year.
Okay.
I mean, I loads of people didn't like the trailer. I quite liked it, and it's by the guy done the Paddington films. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that film as well. And I can't lie, seeing what's his face as an Oompa Loompa at the end of the trailer.
Yeah,
loved it.
I mean, it's a trailer, isn't it? We won't know until we see the film, but it's I don't know. A lot of people hold that Gene Wilder one with such high regard. It's and the Tim Burton one was what it was, but
I still enjoyed it.
Yeah,
obviously not as good, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But as I say, I'm kind of just there for Hugh Grant.
But with you saying it was done by the guy who did Paddington, I mean, they were two great fun movies. They were.
No, absolutely. I'm definitely going to be there for that film. Definitely.
Yeah.
There's loads of other films coming out actually now that are just popping in my head that I just forget are coming out. Like I think that Equalizer 3's just come out, and
I need to check that out. Yeah.
My God, I can't believe they're doing an Expendables 4.
Yeah.
So there are a fair few still to come out actually. This is an interesting one. Maybe the first 3 Toy Story films are Andy's trilogy. Do you think Toy Story 4 could be the first installment of the Bonnie trilogy? Maybe. It's just that thing of like they separated Buzz and Woody, so I'm going to be so interested to see how and why they come back together.
Yeah.
So go on. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say as well that Toy Story 4, they don't really make Bonnie have as much significance as they did Andy in the first one. Like Absolutely. The first one, Woody wants to be, the number one toy in Andy's bedroom. That's the movie. That's the plot. But they don't really incorporate Bonnie into the story of the fourth one all that much.
No. Yeah, that's a good point. I was saying to my mate the other day, I sort of come up with, if I was doing Toy Story 5, I would do it so it's set, I don't know, like another 10 years in the future. Now, Bonnie's getting rid of the toys, but she's going to give them back to Andy because he's just had a kid, so they go to Andy's kid. I thought that could be kind of interesting. But how do you get an adventure out of that? She can't just go, here's the toys and that's it.
Yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good premise. Like,
I thought that.
You've got to.
But God knows what they've come up with. Just like you were saying earlier, hopefully it's just good, like all the others.
Yeah, just want it to be good.
Right, let's do one more, and this one's popping out to me because this is a very interesting movie. And I always enjoy talking about this film. Actually, what are your thoughts on Gremlins 2: The New Batch? One of the silliest movies ever. Yeah, it's a strange one. It feels so different to the original, but I think that's why I love it.
Yeah, same. It's it just cranks it up to the levels of that film are just absolutely batshit. It's
I mean, I got the premium of it when they were doing all those sales during lockdown. And I watched it and I forgot Christopher Lee was in it as well. I was like, oh my God, it's Christopher Lee. It's like really, really big cast in there. And I just love all the practical stuff with those
same. I mean, the first one, when the Mogwais turn into the Gremlins, they all look the same.
Yeah.
But in the second one, they all have different features. They all have different designs. They all have different colors. It just again, it just is the fun factor with that film. And then you've got them when they evolve and take the potions and turn into all those creatures. It's just out there. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, they used to. I loved the 2 Gremlins films as a kid, but they also used to terrify me. It was like, that was like my fun horror as a kid. Like, this scares me, but I enjoy watching it.
They feel like a Goosebumps episode. Like it's just like a feature length version of one of those. But oh God, they are fun. The 2 of them,
yeah. Oh no, I do enjoy both those Gremlin films. I got to say. But anyway, we'll wrap up there, guys. We got through the majority of the questions. To be fair, we weren't too far off the end there, and I can see some really nice comments coming in there from Scott, Jack as well. So thanks guys, thanks everyone, and thank you for coming on today.
No, thank you for having me on.
Honestly, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. One of the most knowledgeable people I know about movies.
Yeah, no, really enjoyed this. This has been a blast. So yeah. No, thank you.
We'll have to do another one. I'm sure we'll cross again as well. On,
yes, I'm sure we will. Yeah.
But yeah, say anyone who hasn't subscribed, make sure you go do it. Links in the description.
Cheers. Thank you.
Oh no problem, mate. Absolute pleasure. Thank you everyone else coming by, and that's gonna do it for today. So thank you for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again at some other point.
Yes, thank you.
Bye. See you, everyone.